everyone, welcome back to another episode of Flying with Spurts. Today we're back in the F-16. We're going to fly out of Batumi and go dogfight a MiG-29 taking off out of Kobuleti. Here's my ugly face. And today's MiG-29 is going to be an Ace AI. The reason I dogfight against the Ace AI MiG-29 is because its flight model has been described as being a UFO. So it's a very challenging opponent. The F-16 is not my strongest fighter. It is my favorite one by far, but it is more of a high-energy rate fighter, and I tend to prefer the close and tight, one-circle nose-pointing stuff. So, you know, more what the Tomcat does well and the Hornet does easy. So you're going to see that I'm going to make a bunch of mistakes in this video, but that'll be okay because I still come out with the win. It's the least satisfying win I've ever had, short of just making him run out of gas. Speaking of running out of gas, military power takeoff so that I save fuel. So, something a little different from my previous videos. I recorded the video here in a replay track, so I could record it a few different times and from different cameras and cut and splice things together. Alright, so just trying to get a hold of the MiG-29 right now, figure out where he's at. And I just wanted to thank everyone who watched my previous videos. I was not expecting them to get the views they did, especially the helicopter on the carrier. I'm glad people seem to have enjoyed that. Here's my enemy. I'm roaring in. So I know he's taking the fight seriously. See, I'm trying to stay high while keeping my airspeed moderate. I don't want to get too fast in my initial turn, otherwise I'll have too large of a turn radius. And we are at the merge. So, because I'm having to keep the airspeed high, the MiG is able to quickly whip his nose around and point at me and threaten me. However, it's not too big of a problem as long as I keep my speed up. And at 400 and falling, I'm not doing that good of a job. So I lessen my turn and start to pick up speed quickly. One of the idiosyncrasies of this recording is that the playback does not include as much vertical space as I had within my VR headset. So there will be a lot of times where I could see the MiG in the periphery of the headset, but he will be just off the top of the screen. So here he's threatening me again. I'm just trying to keep my energy up, drag him up to higher altitude. Other people in DCS have said that the F-16 does exceptionally well above 10,000 feet, so I'm trying to keep it up high. Oh, what a beautiful thing. Now I know some people like to slick off their F-16 completely, remove the wing pylons. I did not bother doing that. I'll go ahead and take that minor performance hit. So here I've gotten way too slow. And now the MiG is close, it's threatening me, I don't like it. I dump in reverse, tuck under, and somehow avoid getting shot in the face right there. So then I try and do it again. I'm a little slower now, so he stayed out in front of me. Tried to do a defensive spiral here. Realize I'm way too low. Under 1,000 feet, and way too slow. I'm down to 240 knots. So I really ease up on my turn. See, he was well across the circle. He wasn't really threatening me at the time. The geometry is a little bit offset, so I wasn't too worried. I didn't really feel threatened at any point here, so I leave my turn nice and loose and pick up speed. so that by the time he gets his nose on me again, I'm over a mile away from him, and I've already accelerated up to 460 knots. He can pull all he wants, but now he can't get his nose up for the lead. Now, see, this is an example of the mistakes I was making before. Should never have let myself get that slow. And I don't think I'm done making mistakes in this video either. I realize that fighting the F-16 best for me seems to be when I'm doing like I am here, where I'm just on the verge of blacking out all the time. That means I'm max performing the F-16 for the raid fight, while keeping my energy up for vertical maneuvers. I'm just kind of doing like a vertical yo-yo fight with the MiG right now. Something that it generally does very well at. Yeah, keeping my speed up. Speed's actually up a little bit too high here, but I'd rather keep it high while I'm going uphill. No matter what I'm doing here, I'm pulling hard enough to black out, and I just can't threaten him. I realize here that the MiG has managed to drag me down, and I don't like that. So I use this high speed that I was able to maintain and just put a whole lot of distance between us. Just run away from him. Nothing he can do about it. You can barely even see him there above my helmet targeting reticle. Oh, got my bingo fuel warning. Oh, here we go. I start taking a shot. Somehow I didn't hit him. My nose will actually pass between his wing and horizontal tail as I shoot off his left vertical tip. That was insane. I really don't know how we didn't collide there. That was apparently enough to make him bug out and start heading home. So, knowing that I'm under 2,000 pounds of fuel, I just pull back to military power, see that he's not fighting defensively. He's just trying to fly straight and level and get home. So I just kind of roll up on him and pump a few more into him until he ejects. And that didn't take much. This plane looks almost perfectly intact, because all I did was knock off the other vertical stabilizer. Tip. The AI will punch out for just about anything, apparently. And now, with 1,500 pounds remaining or so, I bugger out and head home. Thanks for flying with me.